Hello and welcome back to Glam Tones. My name is Gigi and today is National Pink Day. So I thought I would tackle something I had not done before, which is pink drink nails. I'm pretty sure I've done fruity nails or what have you, but specifically pink drink nails I have not done before. So I thought, let's go ahead and give it a try. I have also not ever celebrated Pink Day before, so welcome to Pink Day, and I hope that you have a wonderful pink day. We are using some Saviland Builder Gel, and I am just slowly mixing in a little bit of those Ownest neon pigments to get to the shade of pink drink that I'm looking for. And I think we have gotten there. We're just gonna let it settle down and start to let those bubbles pop. Actually, I think, no, we need a tiny bit more, just a tiny bit more. And look, we're getting such a pretty pink color out of that. Now, if you are observant, you realize I have another dollop of gel over yonder on the other plate there. And we are going to mix up the same color pink, but with a little something extra. I had not really played, there's a white in those pigments, and I had not really played with them. There it is. I'm a little bit too low there, but you can see it. And so I thought I would see what happens if you just mix it into the clear, and as you can see, it kind of makes a milky sort of situation. And so I thought, well, let's add some of the pink to it and see what happens there, because I'm curious by nature. So we're going to use the gel that's on the spatula, and just use it to pick up that pink and mix it in. And look at that. That is super, super pretty. So we are going to use both of them because I think they are still in the same pink family, just a little bit of a different flavor. And to get the rest of the bubbles out, I sprayed the top with a little bit of alcohol. And as you can see, after a couple minutes, all of those bubbles had popped and we are ready to move on to building. I got that idea by watching the videos of resin art. So I thought maybe it would work for gel too, and I have not been upset with it. Okay, so what I'm doing here is just taking strings of the poly gel. You see how it strings out when you use it? You see that? And just using it to make little strings going across the nail. And really, to me, when you think of a pink drink, there's a couple different things that come to my mind. The first one is when it's a blended drink and it has like those sort of accidental stripes of lighter color going through the drink. That's the first thing I thought of. But as soon as I started putting down the stripes, I started also thinking of like when they put the syrup on the inside of the cup and then fill the drink up. So depending on what kind of drink you like, you could see this as the blending of the drink or as some syrup in the drink. So I just wanted to add some texture to the inside of the nail so that it really did look like the inside of a drink, right? So that's really what we're going for here, is just the different layers and components that would come in like a blended or a drink with some syrup in it. So we're just gonna go ahead and finish making those, and then all of that gets a full cure. I was thinking though, the way I'm gonna do it now is just to fully encapsulate those little strands of poly gel. But I think that if you made the strands a little thicker, you could come in with your e-file and file away a little bit and take it down so that you see more of the color underneath, and you could do like a complementary color or a contrasting color. So there's a lot of things you could do with this particular technique. I've not actually seen anybody do this strand thing before. If you've seen somebody do it, let me know. I want to see what they're doing. I want to be inspired by them. But I've got some more ideas for this. So I think we're going to see this technique on the channel again, trying to interpret it in new ways. So really what I'm doing when I'm encapsulating this is using my brush to really press the builder gel into the sections in between the strands. If there's any little tight sections, you want to make sure that you really fill those spaces in, because when you come in to do your overlay, if there's not something, not a slip there, a slip layer in there for it to grab a hold of, you're going to end up with gaps. And you see how I'm being purposeful to try to make sure I get the builder gel in those places, because you don't want to have gaps, because A, it's going to affect the look of the nail, but most importantly, B, it is going to affect the strength and structure of your nail, and you don't want to have any gaps where you could easily break your nail. Now this is on a press on, so you're probably not going to break the nails, but for the aesthetic of it, you absolutely don't want to have those gaps in there where there's no builder gel. That you'd see that, you would just see that. So you want to make sure you really work that builder gel in before you come in and do the overlay like I'm doing now. And honestly, all I'm really doing is just making sure everything is nice and even. I don't want to do a ton of filing on these. And actually I did a good enough job to where I really only needed to buff them smooth a little bit, and they were ready for top coat. So if you were working like on your own nails or something, you might need to debulk a little more, but because these are press-ons, I was able to keep everything pretty thin. So as you can see here, I'm doing one full nail, and this is the pinky. And that is just a full builder gel nail, but we are going to do a little something. That little bit at the end is stubborn, so I just used my finger to take it off, and that's fine because I do have gloves on, but please do your best to keep gel and polygel and acrylic off of your actual skin. So if you were not wearing gloves, I would not recommend grabbing that little ball of polygel. I have only had an allergic reaction to one brand, which is Cosella, Cosella. I'm sure there's lots of people out there that it doesn't bother them, but for some reason it gives me the bubbly skin, and I don't enjoy that, so I do not use it. I gave it all away to nail sisters and giveaway recipients, so I hope everyone out there is enjoying it if they got it from me or if you bought it on your own. So what I'm doing is, now that while that cures, while that one nail cures, we're gonna do the nail that actually is gonna have some fruit in it. And I'm just gonna lay down a very thin base of the pink, and that's the pink that we added the white to. And then I'm gonna press these little passion fruit slices. They're Fimo fruit slices. I'm just gonna press those into that gel before curing it. And I'm sorry, I did pop out of frame just the tiniest bit, so you don't see it all. I'm so sorry, but you will see everything when I do the encapsulation. Before we use all of that up in encapsulation, I'm gonna take the tiniest bit of that pink with the white in it and just paint it on this polygel nail. I just like the tone of it so well, and look at how it just slightly shifted the color of the polygel. I think it just looks so pretty. So I'm sort of happy I did it. Actually, not sort of, very happy I did it. That, if you hear that barking, that is my daughter's dog. That's Franklin. He is a very good watchdog. He lets you know even if the wind is blowing, which is probably all he's hearing right now. It's a pretty quiet street. So I'm encapsulating our Fimo fruits. I really love this shade of pink, and looking back, I probably would have just done them all with the white in there, but you know, it's such a subtle difference, and I think it just makes those last two nails stand out a little bit, and I'm okay with that. So after I buffed them out, we're ready for some top coat, but I'm gonna press a few gems in the top coat, just because the way I'm thinking about it is ice at the top of a drink, right? So I'm using that white, that bluish white color. There's a very light pink color up there that I'm sorry is off frame, but you see me putting one on there now. and these little white gems that I use that have the champagne blue shift to them. So I don't know, I just really feel like all of those together give it sort of a ice sensation. And so that's why I went on ahead and did the gems. But honestly, I feel like these nails would have been just fine without them. But I had just bought these gems, and you know, they're just for fun and for playing. They're not fancy or anything. They're just some inexpensive things I got on Amazon. So why not use them? There are like 3,500 gems in there. So get ready to see some colory gems, because we're going to use them all up. All of them. Every single one. So here we are. We're just going to continue going across the nails and giving them each one a different little gem flavor. Now on this one, I started off doing one thing. I decide I don't like it. And so I switch it up mid placement and do something a little different. I'm sorry I popped below frame there. I'm realizing right now, but not realizing enough. I did better this time, I think, with not popping out of frame so much. And right here, I'm realizing, do I want to keep these? Do I want to keep these? Hate it, not cute. Let's pop those out. Right here, I'm gonna go, no, gone. Hated it. And you can see how those clear gems, they just shift to blue so quick and easily. Oh, that makes me so happy when I wear them and I see it shift into that blue champagne shift. They are so pretty. So I decided to just go down to 3 gems at the top. And then I am going to come in and put 2 of those blue champagne shifty ones. I don't even know what to call them. They're just so pretty. But I'm going to put those down. And off camera, you're not going to see it, because later after I finish the nails, I decided that it needed one extra gem. And so one gem gets put on later after the camera was already turned off. I wasn't thinking about it. I just put it on, and as I'm curing it, I'm like, oh, I should have probably filmed that. Oops, didn't. So oopsies, oopsie-doopsies. But you will see in the reveal shots where I added that third, or that, actually it would be 5th gem on that particular nail. So we're just going to do 3 on top of here, and then the pinky nail gets a full line of gems going straight down the middle. And I don't know, I just think it rounds everything out really nice. It's a little juxtaposition to the way that the other gems are laid out, and it gives the nail, the pinky nail, its own flavor. So that's why I decided to do it that way. Here we go with our top coat. Now, if you were doing this on a person, of course, you would want to use a gem gel or a builder gel or something like that to affix these gems. But as we've discussed before, Carmen is so gentle with her nails, so she can get away with just a little bit of top coat. But if we were using anything super heavy, I would definitely whip out some builder gel to put those on more correctly. So I started with a pink gem, and we set that right in the middle. And then I'm building out from there. I'm going, you know, top to bottom from there. There's 2 of the champagne shifts, and then a blue at the top, a blue at the bottom there, and then we're gonna come back in with 2 more champagne shifties, and they're gonna be smaller in size because the nail gets smaller. And boom. We are going to make sure everything is nicely lined up and placed. There it is, so pretty. I honestly, I think this might be my favorite of the set. I love how the gems all look together. But guys, this is the finished set. Let me know what you think of these in the comment section below. Is this something you would wear? Do you have a hankering now for a pink drink? Do you like the pink drink? Anyway, let me know all of that in the comment section below. We're gonna see you again here on Saturday for another cool set that I have already done and I'm in love with. So be sure you're subscribed, hit the notification because you don't wanna miss it, and we'll see you then. Bye-bye.